Ladies and gentlemen, today is Black Friday, and in honor of Black Friday, I want to show you a store on Shopify that is absolutely crushing it. Upwards of $50 to $100 million in revenue flows through this store every single year, and it's in a niche that you may not have ever considered building a business around. So this will open up your mind to the possibilities, and it will also teach us how some of the best e-commerce businesses are doing what they're doing right now. And let's just get right into it. We're not going to waste any time. The store that I'm talking about is called Kuyu. And what they do is they sell hunting equipment, all sorts of different equipment from tents to camo pants and jackets, mainly actual jackets, to be honest. That's like the main product offering that they have is performance gear for hunters. But it's cool because it's not just outdoorsmen, right? It's not just selling things to people that like the outdoors. It's specifically targeting hunters. Yet, even by niching down that much, they are still able to completely conquer that market and drive almost $5 million per month in revenue. Super crazy, right? And they've actually raised money as well, which is kind of a bigger lesson here to be learned, because it's interesting that even brands at this level still raise money, and the reason why is so that they can continue to expand. So with that said, if you are a private equity firm or venture capital firm, reach out to me. I would love to get in contact with you to make some deals. But ultimately, what I really love about this business is that they're actually doing everything right. So even though they are a very niche down business, they have still been able to achieve a mass market level of revenue. And if you're a complete beginner and you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry. Just stay a while. Trust me, this information is going to marinate in your brain and it's going to come in handy in the future. But if you're a complete beginner, what you can take away so far is that the hunting niche is absolutely massive. And maybe if you have some sort of affinity with it, you could potentially start a business in it. Now, they have a bunch of meta ads. They have a bunch of TikToks that they're posting. They're doing really well on social media. But first, what I want to do is go over their website before we go over the marketing, because this is obviously their foundation. Shopify is the foundation of your business. The first thing I want to point out is that they're making a lot of really relevant content in blogs. So people say SEO is dying because of AI. That is absolute garbage. That's not true at all. And it's why even big brands like this are still creating written content. People still like to read content, especially if it's well written. And what's really cool is that, for this type of article, they're doing top 7 hunting gear tips. And of course, all of their products are theirs, except for these guns and whatnot. So actually, not all the products are theirs, which is pretty cool. But a lot of them are. And that's awesome, right? It makes a lot of sense. People are going to really trust them because they're providing value to them, right? To hunters. And that's one thing that I thought was really cool that anybody could do, especially with things like ChatGPT or other SEO article writing softwares out there that use AI. There's a lot of them, so I'm not even going to start pointing them out. If you want to learn more about the latest AI tools, you should consider joining the Ecommerce Lab, because right here we have an Ecommerce AI channel section here where we talk about the latest AI utilities and AI news. It's pretty awesome. And there's a lot of really cool things in here. And we're running a Black Friday Cyber Monday deal right now. And as you see, people are literally saying how this is their favorite Discord. It's real comments, real results from people. As you see, someone here said they've already made their money back just from being a member in the past 3 days. It's pretty insane. And yeah, these reviews make me super happy. And I hope that you take advantage of this deal. You can get a discount on all of the plans right now with these codes right here. So make sure you take advantage of that. It will last all the way up until Cyber Monday, but the sooner you join, the better. So that's that in terms of their website. Let's actually look at some of their actual best sellers and we'll see what the landing page looks like. Now, this is a really nice landing page. It's nothing too insane in terms of structure. It's just really well done. But they have a lot of complementary products. They have some compatibility, things here, what it's compatible with. They have a YouTube video even as a testimonial of what the product looks like. They have tips on how to use the product. I mean, guys, this is like the golden standard landing page right here in terms of being a value-driven landing page while still converting super highly. In fact, this probably converts higher than most things because of the fact that they're educating people. It shows that they really care, and this is very nicely done. Tons of reviews, super clean mobile view. As you see, there's not a lot of text. They don't need to say that much about it unless people actually look for that information, right? And that's what the description is for. As you see, here's where they have some heavy text, but it's hidden under this tab so that, it doesn't take away a lot of the room on the landing page. And then same with the reviews. They put them in a tab, which is super cool. And yeah, again, this just is so well done. And they have, of course, a sticky add to cart button. This is a really good thing to have in your store because as you see, people may scroll down. And then, sometimes people are so lazy that once they scroll down, they don't want to scroll back up. So, you just got to be able to click add here so that you can add the product to your cart just via that button. Super cool. So their landing page and website is beautiful. Now let's look a little bit deeper at their marketing and see what things we can take away from it. So right here, they have a video that's very viral, 1.2 million views. Now, my guess is that they're running this as an ad. And the reason I think that is because, of course, it has a lot more views than their normal videos. And the other reason why I think that is that the video is not particularly crazy in terms of its viral traction or viral appeal. Like, this doesn't look like it would be a viral video, right? But the other reason why is because they actually run a ridiculous amount of ads on Meta. And this is part of the reason likely that they've raised funding is to fuel the fire here of machine learning algorithms like Meta ads. This is exactly what my focus is right now when it comes to my business. Obviously, I talk about the Ecommerce Lab a lot. And that's definitely part of the business of Ecommerce, mainly to harbor a community and ecosystem for brands to grow, right? So it's kind of like a startup incubator around e-commerce. But the main meat of our service here is actually running machine learning ads on Meta, TikTok, and Google for big e-commerce businesses so that they can scale to the moon. And this is especially valuable for businesses that have raised the money because they got money to blow, and they want to increase shareholder value. And in order to do that, you need to grow the business. So that's why I think they're running TikTok ads. And TikTok ads actually are an incredible method and tool to add to your stack of growth marketing tools, right? If you're a growth marketer, if you do performance marketing, if you like to run Meta ads already, try out TikTok ads. They're very similar, and you can run a super similar structure as Meta. So why not take advantage of it, especially when you have so many people creating content on TikTok that you can utilize. So that's what I'm guessing they're doing with this in particular. But yeah, this video is super nice. I mean, it kind of sells you on it right away, right? It's such a roomy bag. So I'm sure this has some sort of call to action that leads people to actually buy the product. They don't have a TikTok shop, which I'm sure will change in the future. The reason I think that is because I have been starting to see more and more big businesses get on TikTok shop. And it's crazy how much some brands are starting to crush it just via the TikTok shop sales channel. Some brands do upwards of 3 million a month, and I'll make another video. The next video, I'll probably make it on some more TikTok shops because I've seen that you guys really love those videos, and rightfully so. It's an incredible opportunity, one that I'm personally also diving headfirst into. I'm already running some TikTok shop ads specifically for TikTok shops through the TikTok Ads Manager. It's a really great platform. Again, like I mentioned, it's not as good as Meta, but because of all the innovation happening, it's super worthwhile to consider and, get at least some experience with. Now, let's take a look a little bit deeper at the rest of their social media and their Meta ads, because like I said, that's kind of the bread and butter here. I mean, I kind of respect the hunting lifestyle, though. I don't know. This is kind of sad to me. Like, these animals are so cute, but the wilderness is pretty pretty violent. So it's not like other animals aren't out there hunting other animals as well. So hopefully these people are at least consuming the meat here. But either way, this is a very passionate community, and this isn't a political channel or anything. We're here to study the business. Now, this is what's super cool. They're posting a lot of these really awesome UGC kind of videos of their actual stores, which I love. I love when brands do this because it just gives such a good relatable appeal, right? This is something anybody could do if they have a nearby store. And retail is kind of the next step in my journey, I think, to unlock is I need to really start learning more about what retail entails, because as we saw recently in another video with Smart Candy or Sweet, what was it? Smart Sweets. Their e-commerce revenue is very small compared to their retail revenue. And at this point, I'm communicating with a lot of retail, or not a lot, but some retail heavy brands that have very small e-commerce growth. And I think if we combine the two, it's probably a recipe for pretty insane growth and shareholder value. But, their Instagram is super good. Their Meta ads, as you see, they're running 280 different results. And one thing I want to say about their Instagram before we dive into the ads is that the good thing about posting on Instagram, which is one of the things that I love about it, is that you can automatically repost everything to Facebook. So as you see, every post that they're posting on Instagram is also being posted on Facebook, and they get great engagement. You see some incredible engagement. Not nearly as good as on Instagram, but still quite high if you compare it to what some people say is dead organic reach on Meta or Facebook rather. So pretty cool stuff. Now let's look at their Meta ads, because these 280 different results is pretty crazy. Again, this is like a different level of ad management. They're not entirely going for just like a profitable sale on the front end. Anybody who's running this many ads does not care about being profitable in the front end. I can guarantee you that. But what they do care about is brand awareness and making sure that they're constantly driving more and more traffic to the store. So at the highest level of Meta ads, this is how brands operate. They care more about the longevity of the customer journey as opposed to how much they spend acquiring a customer. So, they can spend $200 to acquire a customer and be perfectly fine with that. And because of that, they can run 280 different ads and spend upwards of, probably $1 million a month on ads alone. Super crazy, right? Now, they're running all sorts of ads, which is pretty cool. So they're running some carousel ads, they're running some story format ads, some actual videos, some images, even some like YouTube aspect ratio videos, which is pretty interesting. You don't really see that so much these days, but it's actually smart because with automatic placement, this will look really good in the display tab of a lot of these platforms. So that's pretty cool, actually. That's something that I hadn't really thought about until literally just now, but that would look pretty nice on the display side of Facebook, for example. And a brand like this does appeal heavily to Facebook users, which tend to be family people, tend to be, blue collar people. There's all sorts of people on Facebook, to be honest. People still sleep on Facebook, but still, they're crushing it, and they know exactly who their target demographic is. But yeah, these guys are killing it. There's really not much more we can say about it. These are good ads right here too. They have a military discount ad, so I'm sure this doesn't convert that well, but it looks really good for the brand, right? Like if let's say 1 million people see this and 10% of those are veterans, those people are going to really think highly of the brand, or people that respect, the servicemen and women out there, fighting for the country. That's really going to make a good impression on them. So it's worthwhile for them. Even if this ad doesn't convert very well, it's still worthwhile for them to run, and that's why they have it active. So this is kind of the mindset that I've been learning in the last few months, even really, as I'm evolving and leveling up as an entrepreneur, because in the past I would have thought that this is kind of dumb to do because it's not going to convert. But now when I'm starting to think about a $50, $100 million business, I can really understand why that's worthwhile to do. So hopefully this video inspired you in some way. Personally, I learned a lot from this video. I feel like I actually learned so many things that are applicable, such as the YouTube format ads on the display tab, how that would actually look good when you run that on Meta. I've learned about how, military discounts or these sort of social causes or these sort of value-driven ads, even though they don't probably convert, they can be really good for your business. And also just how the more funding you can have, the more ads you can run. And that's obvious, that may be obvious to some people, but it's not obvious to me, because if it was me running this right now, or at least if it would have been me running this account, maybe 2 months ago, I probably would have cut this down to like maybe 20 different ads and just kind of consolidate all of my ad spend into just whatever is working the best from a customer acquisition standpoint. But that's not how these guys are thinking about it entirely. So super good learning lessons. Again, lastly, guys, if you want to talk to me and you want to join a community that's basically like an incubator for your growth, consider joining Ecommerce, especially right now through Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because these deals are not going to happen probably ever again until maybe next Black Friday, Cyber Monday. But by then, everything's going to be different. So you want to get a head start now. You can find out exactly what is covered in this community. I mean, this isn't like a hand-holding community or anything, right? But we give you all of the resources that you need. And there's actual people in here killing it outside of just me, which is awesome. And everybody's really, really enjoying being a part of it. Like, you can kind of feel the energy, even though it's just like it's a digital community. It's like a decentralized digital incubator. It's so cool. And I'm so happy about how it's growing. And as you see, we're constantly adding more assets for the community, constantly adding more research and interesting things. And now we're even introducing a creator and affiliate tab here for people that want to be affiliates and creators. And maybe you only have $100 to spend. You're not going to be able to build an e-commerce business with that. But what you can do is you can help other e-commerce businesses grow by creating content for them. And guess what? You can make really great cash flow doing that. And then once you build up some cash flow, you can then use that cash flow to build your own business. So a lot of really cool stuff. You guys got to make sure you join right now if you want to take advantage of this deal. And if not, that's totally fine. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel if you got some value from this, because we're always going to keep bringing the value here on this channel. This channel is always going to be about learning and expanding and growing, and not just, on the money side, but just knowledge as well in life. Like, I think, yesterday was Thanksgiving, and I really thought about so many things that I'm thankful for. And obviously I'm so grateful and thankful for all you guys for watching my videos. I don't think I would be making these videos if nobody was watching them, but I would be studying these businesses like I do now, just maybe not on camera. So, I feel like I found a glitch in the matrix here by being able to amplify my research and my learnings by just simply recording it and having you guys watch. It's truly incredible, and I'm just so grateful for you guys. So we're never going to stop doing this. And that's about it. Hopefully you guys will have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.